So there's a lot of evidence now showing that rapid weight gain is associated with later overweight and obesity. And in terms of turning to what we can do about it, we know that certainly in most Western settings, breastfeeding leads to a lower trajectory of weight gain compared to formula milk feeding. And so certainly the first we would encourage mothers to follow the recommendation, the current guidance to breastfeed exclusively for 6 months. So to try to reduce the rapid weight gain in infants who are formula fed, there is very good recent data now showing the role of excess protein intakes, whether that's in the formula or from other food sources, but also that excess volume of feeding may be important. So there's a very close relationship between energy intake and weight gain in infants, and much closer than at any other age, because of the rapid demands of the infant and the deposition of energy in terms of body weight and body tissues. As we discussed in our session, it's very difficult to give guidance on food portion sizes and frequency of feeding in this young age group. Some simple measures that we know that unprocessed cow's milk has very high protein intake, and in our studies and other studies is associated with extremely rapid rates of weight gain. If our current trials are successful, then I think one of the implications for the second 6 months of age may be to question again the amount of milk that is required alongside the solid food intake, because many mothers, many infants don't cut down on the amount of milk that is given when solids are introduced and progress onto more frequent solid feeding. Yes, there are data now from national surveys in the UK and the US showing that protein intakes are much higher than recommended. In terms of where this is coming from, it will be a combination of milk products and also meats. Personally, I think that there is a nutritional demand on the infant in the second 6 months of life and into the second year for iron. So it is thought important that the infant does go on to introduce meat into the diet. So it may be more amenable to avoid unprocessed cow's milk and to look at the quantities of milk that are given. So while it is clear that a large source of protein in infants is due to milk and milk-based products, I'm not sure there is good evidence now to show that one source of protein, whether from milk or meats or vegetable protein, has more of an effect on infant weight gain than the other. In the UK, our dietary survey has shown that free sugars, non-milk extrinsic sugars, contribute a very significant part of calorie intake, around 8 to 9% of energy intake. But we don't know whether we need to reduce this at the moment, because a lot of those sugars comes from the mashing of fruits, which freeze sugars, and that may be part of a healthy diet. So at the moment we don't make any recommendations to reduce the total amount of sugar. Of course, in terms of encouraging infants to become healthy eaters in later life, we encourage families not to add additional sugars to foods and to avoid sugar-sweetened beverages.